In this video, I'm going to share with you my process for cleaning and taking care of cars. Starting with the E34 5 Series that needed a detailed cleaning in the interior. During the week, I washed some of the other cars so we can keep the video a bit more interesting with a bit of a spoiler for upcoming videos. Not everyone has the space or time to do a full clean like this, which is why detailing shops usually charge between 100 to 200 euro, depending on the condition of your car. If you like car wash videos or you want to understand the process, here's how I use a mix of products to achieve my goal. A good place to start are the carpets. Using air pressure is one of the easiest ways to get rid of trapped dust. It already makes the car feel cleaner. For the E34 seats, I'm using a light one-spray solution because they're not too dirty. My go-to is the Chemical Guy's Quick Detailer. It lifts light dirt, dust, and oil safely. I spray it evenly. Gently brush the leather. Wipe down with a microfiber cloth. I spray evenly again and wipe gently, leaving it overnight. Next up is the dashboard and the interior plastics. Normally I use Chemical Guy cleaners, but because the E34 was painted recently, there was dust in the air vents and in between buttons. So I'm using Dynamax foam spray for interior. Because foam sticks to the surface and grabs the dust instead of sliding it off. And this lets me use the detail swabs, which are perfect for vents, buttons, trims, and all the small gaps. After, everything needs to be wiped down. When it's clean, I apply Chemical Guy's VRP. Prefer letting the VRP dry overnight, no heat, no sun, before wiping it well. This gives you a nice satin finish without the sticky feel. Moving on to the exterior, the best place to start from is always the wheels. If you wash the body first, all the dirt from the wheels will splash back onto the paint. This time I'm showing the Cayenne's wheels, which is today's little spoiler. I begin by rinsing them with water. After that, I use the Chemical Guy's Diablo wheel cleaner. I let it sit so it breaks down the brake dust safely. I also use a soft brush like this to clean deeper into the wheel and around the spokes without scratching anything. A good tip if you want to truly deep clean is to take off the wheels. I do that every 6 months to clean the brake discs, arms, and suspension. Everyone should do this at least once a year. It helps keep the car in good shape and helps you spot problems early. Same with the undercarriage. Keeping it clean will make your mechanic's life easier. These are some of the soaps I use, and they do a really good job. For washing the rest of the car, I use a foam gun. The soaps I use work best when the car is covered with a thick layer of foam. With a HydroSuds ceramic wash, sometimes I don't even need to wipe it. I just rinse, let it dry, and it still comes out clean and glossy. Only some of the bottom parts need a wipe near the wheel. If the car is more dirty, I use a sponge or wash glove to go over the entire car. Something that most people forget is to clean the fuel cap. That spot collects a lot of hidden dirt. After that, I often cover it in foam again, using whatever is left. The second layer helps lift the last of dirt that's still on there. Another tip is if you're using a heavy wax soap or ceramic soap is to keep them off the brake discs, or else you'll get squeaking when braking for a while. Once the car dries, you can use the VRP on exterior plastics too. I use it on the E46 window trims, roof trim, rear bumper trim. Anything that's faded comes back to life. Next important part is the engine bay, so I'm going back to the E34. This engine bay collected a lot of dust during the paint preparations. The first thing to do is to remove the battery, blow out the dust with the air pressure, wipe the thick dust with a cloth. First rule, I never use high pressure water on old engines or even new ones. If you care about your car, avoid blasting water unless you absolutely have to. Then I use Dynamax Universal Cleaner on dusty and greasy areas. Wipe it all down. For metal parts of the engine, I use Dynamax Motor Engine Cleaner, and I spray it where needed and wipe it all down. Having a few detailed brushes and a microfiber towel selection that is color coded helps you do a better and easier job. Now this isn't part of the cleaning, but I found it important to mention that stuff like this should be dealt with. The base plate and the sidewall of the battery both had a bit of surface rust starting to show. Nothing too serious, but definitely something I wanted to take care of. So I gave the metal a good scrub to remove the rust, cleaned the part, then hit it with a coat of heat-resistant paint. Not only does it protect the metal, but it also gives it a nice, clean, matte look. While going through the coats with painting the battery base, I continued with the engine bay, spraying down with water this time to take off any dirt or soap left over. I usually use an empty spray bottle, filling it up with water. I then wipe it all down and use the air pressure for tough to reach areas. I'm only doing a light clean here because the car is going in for more work anyway. It's a process of repeating it many times until it's clean. I'm gonna take a moment here to mention how a clean engine bay instantly makes the car feel healthier and revealed something worth appreciating. It definitely reminded me why I enjoy doing this kind of work in the first place. For the next step, I cover the plastics with the VRP chemical guys. I'm going to leave the car for a week park so it won't be affected by heat, and I'll wipe it well after. This helps protect the black plastics and lasts quite long. I came back after 12 hours and applied a second coat. The day after that, again I wiped it all down so it was fully dry, making the engine bay look nice again. I hope you enjoyed the video or even found it helpful as a simple and safe guide on how to clean your car. Like and follow to watch more videos featuring these cars and a lot more.